Hello, hello, everybody. It is a Sunday, so it is Scraplift Crafternoon. Let me show you what we got going on. It is Choice Bits of Bliss, and she does also have a YouTube. Her name is Scylla, and we'll have the links below. And what she's got going on, she actually did this, she was inspired by a sketch, and we have basically, it's a 12 by 12. She did frame it. I'm going to have to get into some stash because I'll show you why in just a second. But she's basically got this band design. And then on either side, she's got some circular elements, and then she's got some tags and stuff like that. So, and she did stamping as well. I think this is her stamping around here. So what I've got is I'm going to get into my counterfeit kit here for the month of November, which is actually a Hip Kit Club, or Hip Kit, mine was anyway. This inspiration was Hip Kit, and I happen to have it. So I've got these papers pulled out. The tricky part, I'm going to pull out a piece of white cardstock because I don't have any full-size sheets of this collection left, y'all. So I'm going to get into it. It's Christmassy, right? I mean, it didn't have to be, but it's Christmas, winter, blah, blah, blah. So the pictures I pulled out are from 2007, y'all. Look at my little girl. And she was getting into her stocking. So it's 2007 Christmas, and she was getting into her stocking. So I thought that was good. The colors kind of went pretty good. So I'm going to get a piece of white cardstock. I have to pick out a stamp, too, because that is not in my CKC, y'all. So, you know what? Hang on. You know what? One of these looks good, right? I tried using this heart not too long ago with my Stamp It Like It's Hot, and it didn't turn out too good. Well, I think it turned out pretty, but it didn't turn out like hearts. So do I use that, or do I go ahead and go, I kind of want these dots. I may go with these dots just to be on the safe side. And I'll have to find an ink. I don't yet know what color. I don't know if I have anything in. I'm going to look at my nitrous oxides. I always say that, my distress oxides, and see if I have anything. I know I have a twisted berry, so that may be the best. So I'm going to get my white cardstock and also a piece to frame this with. I may have another Hip Kit 12 by 12 I can frame it with, so I'll find that. And then all my ephemeras and stuff, of course, are in this big old bag here. So there's a random gold 0 there. That doesn't go there, but okay. Anyway, so let me get into that and I'll be back on. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is show you guys just a real quick time lapse on making these tags. I did booger it up. One of them slipped and I ended up having to recut it. So, but that was pretty quick. So I don't know if you saw it. Okay, so now I'm going to trim out the little black and white piece. She actually used Wordy Bits black and white paper, and I'm just using this little black and white floral here. And I believe I made that 5 inches wide. And then I'm going to take the triangle paper and I'm going to split it, and so that'll be on either side in just a moment. And I'm basically going to dry fit these things for a minute because I know I need to figure out the circle part. I started almost cut this the wrong way, y'all, and then went, oh, no, not right. And then I have to take off the border strip. I had some issues with this layout, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I ended up with a inky mess that I have to, but it's no big deal. I was actually able to cover it up, but I was still kind of unhappy with myself for. And it's because the way I ink the edges of the papers. And I will show you in just a minute. I do ink the edges of the papers. I think she might have used black. I did watch her process video, but unfortunately she kind of had, she did it and then you kind of went, it was already shown. So I don't know if she inked with like an ink pad or something. I think she inked it. It looked like she'd inked it. So I'm going to ink mine with my little, and I said twisted berries earlier, guys, and it's festive berries. But it's a perfect color with this collection. I was really happy. So I have kind of these little pieces here done. I got my tags done. Now I got to figure out my circles. I've pulled out first, I think it's a 1.5 inch circle, and I go, I don't think you're quite big enough. So I'll make 1 or 2 punches with that, but I'm going to actually end up making, I think it's 2 inch size circles. See, that one there looks a little too small to me. So I'm going to switch over to bigger circles, and then I'm going to make another little smaller circle. That actually, the one that I've got right there on the upper left, that little green polka dot's going to end up on top, by the way. I've got it underneath, but that's not where that goes. And I've got this little, what is that, a diagonal plaid or something? That's going to be the one I put the little year on. She had a little circle down there at the bottom that's going to end up with the year on it. So, again, I'm just kind of dry fitting all these little circles. I think I've gotten it close. You know, it's enough to be, you know, horseshoes and hand grenades type deal. And I'm just trying to figure out now, okay, I'm going to take a pencil in a moment because it's going to be, okay, where do I need to stamp? Because she had used little stamps around the edges. And I'm going to end up, here's where I'm using my little pencil. And that being said, in the upper left, I'm going to end up not even needing the pencil mark because I'll kind of pull them in a little bit. Because I want she had them kind of showing around the outside, and I want them to show around the outside. I end up still covering up quite a bit of it, but it's okay. So I'm going to pull out my Stampy. Well, you see it up there. I'm going to stamp now because I've left my little pencil marks, and I'm just going to kind of go around. I love this little stamp, actually. I had forgotten how much I like this little stamp. It's just like little dots and then little circles around dots and stuff. It's just a real nice little small background stamp. And I'm like, oh, I forgot how cute you are. So I need to keep these kind of handy, I guess, because there's some, like I said, they're cute little background stamps. So I'm going to go around here. I'm just kind of, again, I'm doing kind of where she had. Now, in a second, I'm going to pull a little piece of paper out on the side there because I'll go, it's not kind of coming out far enough, so I'm going to pull it out. I'll do that 1 or 2 more times too, but I may not show all of that on camera. So I'll get all that, and then I'm going to start gluing everything down. Actually, I take it back. I'll start inking the edges of these papers. Now, this is what I do that I haven't done in a long time. I usually use a sponge or something. Well, I just used the ink pad this time. Well, I didn't think about it, but distress oxides take longer to dry. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but in the upper right up there, I have a little bit of a smear. And I kind of got annoyed with myself, and I just was like, Christine, you goofball. I should have at least let it dry because I was setting the paper. What happened is I set the papers down, and it like touched. I'm like, oh, shoot. But it's okay. I'm able to cover it with various different little things. Let me see here. I'm gluing all this stuff together. And let's see what we got going on here. Sorry, I just got a text, and my daughter's out of town. She actually went out of town. They're back up north there for a little bit. So actually, you're going to see in just a minute. I don't know when I do it. I don't know when it happens exactly, but Oreo pops up on the table, y'all. Now, I will tell y'all a little bit of story. I decided this time I didn't shut the doors or anything like that. I did not really keep them separate. So Saturn, she has been hissing at him, but there's been no, knock on wood, big cat fights or nothing like that. They just kind of avoid each other a little bit, just kind of cohabitate in a way. Saturn kind of stays in her spot, or she kind of wanders around, but only when he's not there. And, so they're doing okay. I think they're going to be okay. I don't think we're going to have any major issues. Oreo's just he's kind of chill, y'all. I'm not going to lie. He's not even the issue. Saturn's the issue. She's the grand old lady, right? So she's like, leave me alone, stay out of my space. And he's just like, and he's all nosy. Okay, so I got my tags going on. I got my little circles. Here's, I think, where I realized I want that on top, because she had like that title thing. She even alluded to it when she was talking, that's kind of her little title piece. And so I'm going to put all this stuff together, and I'll end up using my ATG to kind of glue it down. I'm just kind of organizing it for the moment. I think I do put the one that I put the title, what do I want to say? The number, the year, I guess, because I'll put 2007 on it in just a minute. That goes up on foam. And then that turquoisey dot one in the upper left corner is going to go up on foam too. And then I'm going to end up with a title in just a minute. I think I cut some of that piece out of me finding it because I was kind of digging through ephemera, and it took me just a minute. So you're going to actually see the title, which is Noel, just kind of mounted. Because, again, I was kind of messing with it and putting foam tape on it. It just took forever. And I go, well, this isn't very informative. I mean, this isn't helpful. So you're going to see that in just a minute. I think I'm going to cut away over here. So, here's where I'm getting my numbers. And so the little numbers, they're not as big. Like, she had, like, the first 2 numbers on the top row and the bottom, the big second numbers on the bottom row. I just did them all in the same because they're kind of little small numbers. But I'll add some little phrases in just a minute. And it makes it look really cute. I actually like it. So I've got 2007, because this is 2007, Christmas 2007. My daughter would have been 9, and she has a cute little outfit on. She always had such cute clothes. I always loved dressing her. She was so cute. I also get some little stars off this puffy sheet because I think, oh my gosh, these are so cute. And I'm just going to kind of, also I had a big old ink smatter on the lower right of that circle. So I needed to cover it with something. So I take the stars and stick those on there. And then, let's see, I'm going to put, what am I going to do next, y'all? Oh, I put foam. This is where I'm putting the foam. I should have probably cut some of this out, but I'll put that little title piece there, the little number ones up on foam. And then the upper left, again, I'll put on foam. I think I might cut away. I don't make you sit there and watch that. I think I was kind of tell you, too, about this little picture. So this was 2007 Christmas. I actually have a whole bunch of these Christmas pictures. I was like, oh, my gosh, I need to scrap this Christmas. I don't know that I ever did because I had a whole pile of them. And we always did stockings. I mean, I really enjoyed doing the stockings. I mean, let me know if y'all do stockings. And it always had, like, little things like socks, or like this one, you can see she has a little piece, package of Spree or Sweetheart candy or something like that. But we would put, like, I think she got that particular year, I think it was something called like Tomanichi or Hobanichi or something. It was some kind of little game that you had to like you hatched an egg or something. You had to do something with it every day. And I don't remember now the name of that darn thing. I don't think she kept it alive very long. She wasn't one to kind of keep playing a game every day. I mean, thankfully, she's not really She was a little bit of a gamer when she was kind of an early teen. She played a little bit of an online game, but not very much. It's just not something she was ever terribly interested in. So I think her little egg died. I don't know. I think that was in her stocking that year. Okay, on that little circle up there, I found have fun and celebrate on that sticker sheet. And on this piece here, this little guy here, I'm going to find some chipboard phrases. One says fireside memories and one says favorite season. The fireside memories is a little bit funny because we hardly ever run a fire, but it is next to the fireplace because, of course, the stockings are, setting on it or whatever. But so that looked pretty cute. After this, I did put the Noel up on foam also, so you can, I don't know if you can tell that from here. You will probably be able to see it. You will be able to see it, I think, in the close-ups and stuff like that. But I put that down. I contemplated doing some little sprinkles, but because the stamps, I mean, she didn't really do that. And with the stamps and everything, it's not really needed. I do come in here in just a moment. She had I don't know if it's a stitching stamp or if she actually hand wrote the little stitching around the outside of the tag. So I'll go ahead and do that. There's Oreo, guys. Y'all say hello. Y'all may see both cats. I don't know what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. They're going to stay with us. He's going to stay with us for a couple of weeks here. So you may see him and you may see Saturn. We will see. I'm not really certain. Saturn came out yesterday and she sat on my work desk with me pretty much all day. So it's not that she's stuck away. She just may or may not decide to join us. So we will see what happens. But there's Mr. Oreo getting all into trouble, of course. And y'all say hello. And that's going to be the end of it, y'all. I get my little stitching on there, my hand stitching, or my hand, what that was supposed to look like stitching. And that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist. We'll have a few of us playing along. And then, of course, the original is always in the link. Miss Tara does that for us. So make sure you check all that out. And we will see you, I think, Tuesday. I need to double check. I don't remember now if it's mixed up Monday or not. But y'all just watch. I always try to do a premiere. Don't forget to do the like and subscribe and all that, too, so you'll get notified. We'll talk later. Bye.